Here. What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday. May 6th, 2025. A lot of baseball. Ton of it. Unusual amount. No, it's all teams somehow, some way. Including a game that's about to happen. But we broke that down yesterday. And it's gonna mess everything up. If I put it in a spreadsheet. So maybe we don't. Maybe we don't do that one. What's up, Cujo? What up, Andy? What up, Jay? What up, Dustin? Will be grind is on. Hey, man. Hey, man. So, my county is in a tornado watch till 4 p.m. It's raining. Not that bad. Not as bad as it was the other day. But the other day did knock out the power midstream. Literally. So, if I disappear, probably just means I died. But we're gonna get through it as much as we can while we do have power. I'm gonna keep tracking this on my side screen here. I'm thinking Waco is good, dude. I'm thinking the county stuff, but it can like just kind of keep an eye on that as the stream goes. This is gonna be a long one. Got a lot of inputation to do. So let's go look at Kevin Ross weather for orange in Boston, orange in Colorado. That in mind. So let's get the early games punched in. Dodgers continuing their series with the Marlins. Laid it on Mr. Alcantara yesterday. Again. But a nice nice PrizePicks slip going on. Where I took both Shohei and Freddie to homer. Been doing that a lot lately. Pick two teammates to actually, I ended up only going 4 of 6 on that home run card. But it was kind of blood money because one of the homers was Matt Olson, and he kind of didn't actually homer. I think youngster who broke his arm. A catch that couldn't hold on to. He rounded the bases though. What are you gonna do? Cal Quantrill pitching for the Marlins. Oh God, help! Tony Gonsolin on the bump for the Dodgers. 3.7 run total for the Marlins. 6 for the Dodgers. Without blinking, we're going Dodgers top of the interest ranking. And then with Tony Gonsolin, what kind of pitch count? Check free. God dang it. I gotta turn that off. That got me so much yesterday. Joe Ross. The Phillies pitcher. Appreciate the follow. Turn the volume. Appreciate that follow, Joe. It might be boring. What's up, Ho Jen? So many Tommy John. I even took my brother's UCL. Couldn't figure it out. Tyson Ross, right? This is what we're. Oh, this is a 2-game slate. Really? Yeah, 77 pitches against Miami. That dog will let. That's what you want. So that puts Tony Gonsolin on a 2-game slate. Absolutely in the conversation. Kyle Quantrill's just not. And he's gonna get simulated ownership anyway. So it might be a fun slate to play and hope that Quantrill will break. Oh. That's how we're doing. The shirts. That. Hey, some coffee. Dude, when it rains, bro, my body just is like, hey, go back to bed. No. Do it. No, dude. You listen here, body. Gonna be cool. Get a pitcher projection here for Mr. Gonsolin. He is not gonna be a 30. I'm gonna put him at 25% K rate. 37 seems a little ridiculous. 25 is probably ambitious as well. Quantrill. Yeah, how my man not striking people out, but still walking lefties? Such a high clip. Spells this. Kind of like the over 15 to 16 pitch. Might be available. And a half. Just woke up. It's over, dude. You're in NorCal? That's you're in North Colorado. I thought I said NorCal. No co. All right. Yeah, I would like some caffeine, but not quite driving weather. I don't know if I want a DoorDash or Uber Eats caffeine. You gotta spend way more than the price of it. Yeah, minimums, fam. Oh, it's, you know, suck it up, and then after the stream, I might. Especially if the power goes up. All right, let's get this other game on the early slate. So it was supposed to be a 3-gamer, turned into a 2 because there's a double header and they just don't want to deal with it. I don't blame them. I don't want to deal with it. The second game was early slate, but I feel like we've been seeing this every time there's a 2-game early. Like yesterday, one game is at risk of being postponed, which then just erases the slate. Oh, you know what? That happened on my card yesterday. So I took Mookie, Freddie, and Shohei to hit their overs on fantasy points. But you had to pick something from 2 teams. And I thought that the Guardians game was going to play. So I just took Stephen Kwan over 7 fantasy points. You know, just as an anchor. I didn't want to. Usually I'll hook it to the other pitchers' unders. But the other pitchers, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't do it yesterday. So instead of getting a luxurious return because Stephen Kwan didn't play, that made that card a 3-pick same teamer. So they just refunded the card instead of paying out minus that 1 spot. So that's, you know, that's how they get you. A lot of people don't know that, but that's how they get you. No, that was unfortunate. Probably should. Better handcuff. But the weather on this one from Mr. C is, as of now, models show the heavy rain holding just a hair west of Boston, with lighter off and on rain over the ballpark. Close enough that I don't have full faith in that outcome, but best guess will be playing through showers. The risk. So KJ, run DFS for the OG. What's up, dude? You've been all right. Where did I just click? Okay. So we got Eovaldi taking on Giolito. So we do have to deal with rain here, but it's a 2-game slate. Dang. Gonna have to push talent here. Giolito, better matchup. Eovaldi, better pitcher. 6 innings for Giolito there. And I don't think that Giolito, maybe it will be a 20%. Probably more like a 24. What we were. Yeah, an 8% swinging strike rate, 60% first pitch strike. So it looks like he was either getting some call strikeouts. What was his calls? A 23.3% call strike. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. We're gonna tax him. Lean into that expected ERA. Not that I expect him to be a pure bum, but he had some leaks 2 years ago. Take a year off, get hurt, you come back. Probably gonna look similar to somewhat worse. I'm gonna go Eovaldi on talent on a 2-game slate. Only on the 2-game slate. Giolito because he has a better matchup and you have to pick 2 pitchers on that slate. Then we'll go Red Sox. There's gonna be a scum deck spot. All right, strikeout. Eovaldi, 8. Giolito, dude, I'm putting Giolito at freaking 23. An 8% swing. Crazy. Ball crate. Jeez. The Wally. Just come back home, Nate. 2% walk. That's just mean. Outs for them. Got nothing. Eovaldi at 17. Put him at 17.5. Lucas, I feel like I'm gonna go 15.5. Like this. Went 6 on 90. That was, oh my god, that was so efficient for a guy with 5 hits, 2 walks. 7 strikeouts. He somehow took 90. We'll go 16.5. That's it for the. Pop that open. What up, Tall? No quarter in the background, guns on in the foreground. So less than 2 hours till half price appetizer. No space for Carl's Jr. You know. Go ride Space Mountain. Woo! Dance all night. Opening this up for the subs. Like I say, if you're playing this slate, you're just a psycho. There's no other which way to put it. I would not. I'd maybe prop at it, but still didn't good last game. He did good results wise, but he should be getting smoked by righties in that. The 4.68 expected ERA. Homers were there. The walks were there. I low-key like him as a person. Sometimes you see him in Twitch chats and stuff. So I'm not hating on him to hate on him. I'm a hater. Look. But the under the hood stuff, the 8% swing and strike rate, the rate, the barrel rate, all of that is a problem. To trust it going forward. Now, it's only 6 innings. He could improve on that. But if he sustains or gets worse, that's a problem. What's up, Heath? Lita Ford Night, if you know, you know. Is that an actor? Can I Google search Lita Ford? Let me do it on this side. Lita Ford. Okay, she's like a singer. Got a little. Those both her? No, I don't know who Lita Ford is, but you're old. I could say that as a fellow old. I could say that. I just looked over, my viewer count went down. What is this? Old man talking about Lita Ford, the Gerald Ford's wife. Get that off my screen. Girls on my stolen base props. Man, you out there grinding stolen base props? All right, let's move on to the main slate. Boy, do we not want to talk about the Padres Yankee game yesterday. I said it on the stream. The game to steal. I meant that. You can go check the tape. The game, you look at this 3-game series and the Padres pitching. The game that we had the best chance at was if Carlos Rodon brought his stuff, and then we had Cruz, Devin Williams, and Luke Weaver available to shut down the back end of the game. The blueprint was there. And then Devin Williams and Luke Weaver, they blow it, man. They blow it. Saw some weird stat that the Yankees winner. Yankees might have lost like 4 extra games off of Devin Williams here. They have 5 L's when leading from the 8th inning on. That can't hold up. Like something is just. That's bad. That's so bad. But we see closers, and I'm not too worried about Luke Weaver. Closers are gonna have a bad game. This crap with Devin Williams, bro, I feel like for the Yankees, it's magnified, so it feels like it happens all the time. But we saw it with Aroldis Chapman, saw it with Clay Holmes. Now we're seeing it with Devin Williams. 7 spot. Well, today they are tasked with challenging former Yankee great Michael King, who was a piece in the Juan Soto and, more importantly, Trent Grisham trade. If you know, you know. And Michael King has been an absolute demon. 29.5% K rate this year, 12% swing and strike rate, 209 on the actual ERA, the 6% barrel rate. I mean, all of that is like elite. Like what the Yankees need. And the matchup, of course, the Yankees always a tough spot. Somehow the Yankees are home favored, not by much, but a pre-flop. We gotta be interested in some Michael King. Just because those numbers are so elite. And then on the Yankee side, Clark Schmidt, 23% K rate so far, 13% swing and strike rate. The whip is pretty high. A lot of that walk rate to lefty catching up to him, but it's only 14 innings of sample size. Still going to walk lefties at a clip you wouldn't want, 9%. But I expect that to decline a little bit. He does have a power problem to lefties. Hasn't allowed a homer to a righty this season. Last season, just a 0.62 home run per 9 to righties. We want to see his ground ball rate to righties come back, fly ball rate go down, but he also has a pretty good barrel rate, so he's going to be a little bit more tightrope walking. But I feel like his weaknesses don't necessarily match up with the Padres' strengths, especially if they're going to be continuing without, I guess, Jay Cronenworth. But Jackson Merrill, 238 ISO, fits that lefty power. I'm sure Rise is going to project as a nice home run value in the bomb sector, but he's not a home run hitter. But Yankee Stadium can steal some if you get the right pitcher. So, what is number 2 here? There may not be a number 2. This might be a cherry pick situation. Red Sox. I'm gonna go Michael King just for now. And there was no weather. Models have rain holding roughly 10 miles west. If it looks that way for cameraman, like we should be all right in that tomorrow. Yo, Poja with the $2 dono. Yo, I just turned the alert off, but I appreciate that. Red Bull and cannabis fun. Jesus. Well, I don't do either. But how about for the ghost? And I used to love a good Ghost and Snickers, but lately I've been more conscious of eating junk. Just about to ramp up a camp to get back in that ring. So how about a Ghost and sea salt cracker? I don't know. That's stupid. But appreciate it. How about just a Ghost? $2? That'll go a long way towards a Ghost. Take that. Give us some money for cannabis and snacks, dude. He goes to the bathroom, on the dresser. I feel like she's old enough to carry cash. I swear, at some point there's a line between old and young, and it's who doesn't carry cash. You have to steal it the old-fashioned way. So dope. Put some pitcher projections here for Michael King. We're gonna go 29% K right. Clark 23. A Clark. Go 10 times. I'm gonna go off the dome, 17.5 Kingy, 15.5 Clarky. Do it Vegas. They don't say nothing. Me, right? All right. The dome. No. We'll do that. Why I sent it to scare me? All right, I got you. Everybody act normal. And anyway, so this is me reading and pretending like I'm an analyst. There's Pojen with the super chat. Yo. Cash for the plug. All right, yeah. I feel like most of y'all are in states where your plug could just be the corner store. I mean, that's whatever. I know. Let me just stop. Let me just stop. But what I meant was you guys have dispensaries to satisfy your hedonist lifestyle. Move on. Phillies and the Rays. Oh, by the way, gotta look at that Yankees bullpen. Now, it's not impossible for back-to-back days, but after yesterday, 16 pitches for Weaver, 2 for Fernando Cruz. So I think we could see him. He's really good. I think he's thrown back-to-back, but 2 is so. And the same with Devin Williams, which they would not seeing. I don't want to see Yarbrough in this game. Might see Leiter. Hill threw yesterday as well. I see like Ian Hamilton, Leiter, and probably Cruz is still available. Came in for 1 out. I don't think Clark's gonna be long. You want her to be long. If he does fall, then it's probably not. 60 pitches 3 days ago. Probably not. But I guess what I'm getting at is we might not see one of the top 2 on paper, Weaver and Devin. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. What's up, Ryan? Anyway, back to the Phillies and Rays. Got Zach Wheeler throwing baseballs. Up against Drew Rasmussen. So, decent pair of pitchers, in my opinion, you know? Now, for Rasmussen, you give him a tough matchup. For Wheeler, I don't love the matchup, but you especially don't love the park. So we do got some quirks to our quote-unquote good pitchers. Something around. But sometimes what makes good pitchers get trust in the talent. And the Rays give you a 22.4% aggregate K rate against righties since the beginning of last season. So that'll help out. They typically go platoon heavy, depending on Kevin Cash's attitude for the day. But this is a balanced lineup in the projected also. And Wheeler can strike out lefties just as well as righties. Strikes out lefties at almost a 30% clip. We would love people with an overall 30% K rate. He punishes righties at almost a 38%. So we're gonna get to him. It is Tampa. It is a single A ballpark. With Tampa, you sometimes get these pop-up showers around either the coverage or intensity. Looks all impressive. So I have to get to Wheeler as a top dog interest. Garden City, Colorado, baby wanted his selling garden. Front up. And then Rasmussen, 25% K rate on the season. I've been on him since he came back. The thing with him, wondering what his pitch count's gonna look like as he eases back up, and he hasn't really gone past the 80 mark, 84. So you probably don't expect a quality start, right? Not likely to get 6 innings, and the matchup itself is kind of tough. So I think Rasmussen, we take a shot at his talent, And he does strike out lefties at a 30% clip so far, and that's sustaining from last year. So that might be his way to navigate through the Kepler, Schwarber, Harper, Stott death row. So if you do want to grab a share of that on such a big slate and such a hitter-friendly ballpark, I guess my recommendation would be DraftKings only. Because FanDuel, I do want to, at least on slates where somebody's going there. You got free Keynes, Wheeler, King, Pablo Lopez, Chris Sale. All these guys have kind of funky matchups, but there's real opportunity for, like, one of those names is going quality start with a good K rate. So it just feels like Rasmussen being the nuts on FanDuel is not that likely. So we're gonna go Rasmussen on DK. Work it that way. 4.2 run total for the Phillies. 2.9 for the Rays. Rasmussen really doesn't allow power to either side of the plate either. And Wheeler does. We've seen some homer leaks to lefties, so you might punch him with a Brandon Lau or Jonathan Aranda. Aranda's been so good. He's allowed a higher home run per 9 so far this season to righties. I expect that to come back down, but maybe a Junior Caminero ball off the ground. Mr. Grounded double play. Let's go. That K right there. There. Great. 5. Advantage of Stinko and 420 deal. Those stolen base props. Us. Is us. Give him. That's pretty good. He's basically implied for a Rasmussen. I'm gonna give him 16.5. And I'm gonna give Zach 3 towards the QS. Michael King. I'm gonna been that guy. Valdi, I'll give. Circulate on to the next one. Cincinnati playing Atlanta. For sale. Been in the seams. And say I bet. There we go. That's for the old people. Andrew Abbott. Who's on first? .2 run total here for the Atlanta Braves. Couple of fun names to click on and acted. Yeah, I bet. Come on, guys. Yeah. Oh, Jenna, I'm pretty sure you would get that one. But that is kind of an old throwback reference. Like, even I probably should. I just had to throw it up. That was real. Andrew Abbott, 29% carry rate on the season, a 10.5% swing and strike rate, 11% barrel rate, 4.36 on the Sierra. The ERA outperforming the Sierra, slightly outperforming the expected ERA. And then this column right here, the homers allowed to righties, kind of dangerous with his elevated fly ball rate. Obviously, that's going to get punished in Great American Ballpark, but it's not like Truist Park can't allow some to fly either. Truist Park has been a little bit more friendly to lefty power, but righty power is still above league average as well. So if Ozuna and Riley, Sean Murphy, if they can avoid the Ks, they certainly all have 200 plus ISOs. Ozuna only 171, but only. They all have ISOs and powers to tap into the weakness here. Abbott is power to righties. And then Chris Sale, 29% K rate for him. Also allowing some power to both sides of the plate. Now he has had a tougher schedule. I would probably remind Abbott, San Diego, LA, the Phillies, at the single A ballpark, at Arizona, at Coors. So trying to give him a little bit of credit, and in each of these games he's never allowed more than one homer in a game, so that's a good sign. And then the strikeouts have certainly been there, but the Reds the Reds have two players on this team since the beginning of last year with positive WRC pluses against lefties. One of them is Santiago Espinal, the other's Tyler Stevenson. So it's a good spot pre-flop on paper for Chris Sale, and I think that's going to make him top of my interest ranking for this game. And then the Braves run total and Andrew Abbott's weakness, and for what we're looking for upside in DFS, gonna lean into the Braves stack. And then is Abbott out of play? I don't think he's out of play, but I'm gonna stay away for the time being. I think his projection's gonna come out okay, maybe. Go split him up. Yeah. Splits away. He's somehow worse so far this season. Higher average, higher slug. Only 3 homers total though. So numbers feel higher. I think there's a case for Abbott. Right now, I'm just gonna stick with Sale and the Braves on the. How do I know who's on first, but not Lita Ford or Sherman March to the Sea? Yeah, no, there's a case for Abbott. Kind of a high risk, high reward. I hate seeing a lot of red on the whips and the whips, and the walk rates are righties. Kind of now what you want. So we'll go Chris Allen Braves from. Got like blurry vision right now. All the screen time right after you wake up. Not great. I'll give him that 29% K. I'll also give it to outs. We were 17, 14 and a half. It's pushed him to 15. I'll go 15, 17 and a half. Do towards. Dang, Jim. I kind of blurry right now. I looked over and I seen. Hi, Gun. What's your thoughts on Liberation? I haven't looked at him because he's not. He's coming up, but Libertor. It's the Pirates in that part. I can see that. I don't think it's crazy. I can get there a little bit. Let's go Astros game. Ugh. It's probably not good to have blurry vision for no reason, yeah? His gun is having a stroke. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. We got Astros at the Brewers. Astros look like they're going to be limping for a little bit without Jordan Alvarez. Yankees locked down. Boy, Christian Yelich, man, coming through on him. Got me. Wow. Dad Patrick, 2 first names, don't trust him. Taking on Hayden Wesneski. 4 implied run total for the Astros. 4.2 for the Brewers. All right. Dad Patrick, weakness. A little power to righties. 250 plus average allowed to righties. 21% K rate. Low ground ball. A lot of fly balls. A lot of hard contact. But not a ton of barrels. And a high walk rate to lefty. I think there is a case for a substack on the Astros. Probably substack on the Brewers. Wesneski, not as bad though. 4.21 expected ERA, 23% K rate, but does allow some power. Has allowed a 1.7 plus aggregate home run per 9 to right the last 3 seasons, and so far this season, not a lot of homers or as many homers, or not as much of a high home run rate to lefties as we've seen the last 2 years. But his batted ball data is worse, kind of. I guess the hard contact's around the same, but the 40% fly ball rate is up from last year. The ground ball rate low, obviously, and then the line drive rate has added 12%. So this might be a little bit more luck in circumstance, and the K rate's down. So I think substacks for both of these teams makes sense. That's how we're gonna play that. With 23% carry for what? Rollage. 5% walk rate for Wesneski. And Patrick is gonna be, that looks like a 9.5. Don't take, oh man, these edibles ain't. Give me some more. $16.5 for Patrick. Patrick, you suck at baseball. I did that backwards. Patrick. That's a SpongeBob joke. You can get an Abbott and Costello reference 10 minutes apart from a SpongeBob reference. Who else is doing that? 18.5. There they are, Brewers. My neighbor can blame them for lack of aluminum cans and catalytic. Jesus. Oh, my bad. You heard me gargling. I don't know. I'm trying to get rid of this blurry vision. I'm thinking water, but it'll be a greater call. All right, let's go Giants. Giants and the Cubs. Or, yeah, the Cubs. What are cataracts? Is this what this is? Is this how my addiction to but I swear it's been like always something lately. We got tornadoes, we got power outages, guns losing vision. At the record show, I'm gutting through it. But if I hit the BRB screen to go get some, I don't know, I got some protein brownies in there. Blood sugar. That'd be crazy. I mean, I can't do that. That would be weird. 4.5 run total for the Cubs. 3.7 for the Giants. Colin Ray, not playing him today. Justin Verlander, I'd rather not. Neutral weather for Wrigley, but the Cubs, the best offenses in baseball. I don't know, man. 4.5 seems kinda on the low side for such a good team. But Giants bullpen has been solid, even when Verlander has not been the Verlander of yesteryear. But I still think the Cubs day to day will be one of my favorite stacks. Good mix of power, on base percentage, and stolen base. Lead the league in aggressiveness. So not many pitchers I'm not going to take some shares of the Cubs against. And one of them is not Justin Verlander. So give me some Cubs offense. And I'll probably take a little share of these Giants. Colin Ray hasn't allowed a homer to righties yet. But such a low ground ball rate, high fly ball rate. The barrel rate's low enough. It's coming. It'll come. I think we go Giants. Sub. Blood sugar. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, it's kind of weird, chat. I've never had to do this, but give me like 1 minute. I got a whole thing of like protein. I'm gonna go get one. I'll be right back. That's how he gets us, man. Should have hit a commercial. Get our projection in for Verlander, 20% K rate. About 8% Verlander. Yeah, every now and then I get it, Austin. I've never had to do it on stream. It's usually like if I work out without eating, or if I drink an energy drink, get some caffeine without some food in my system. But I didn't do none of that. I just woke up, started working on my gallon of water, And then while I was looking at the screen, started seeing spots. Blurry vision. Luckily, I got a bunch of things. It's not embarrassing, but it's kind of unprofessional. I've never had to do this before. $16 and out, 16 and a half. The water from Flint, dude. You joke about it. There's a town I used to live in. It's like 30 miles from me. They've been without water for feels like weeks now. Yeah, I can already feel a lot better. My mom recently moved. She's like does TikTok affiliate average. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, TikTok sends her like 8 packages of stuff that they want her to sample, make videos for, and commission it. Well, she gave me a tote, like I'm talking big rubber made tote, and it's filled with like protein powders, protein snacks, cookies, peanuts. Like, it's crazy. Ryan McMahon. Some of the crap in there is like, I don't know how long she's had it. A couple of the protein brownies. Orioles and Twins. Wace Lewis, you mentioned for home earlier. This lineup for the Twins, by the way, is confirmed. Cedric Mullins used to be Mullins the second. And Twins, all right. Blueberry cobbler, whatever that is, or glazed cinnamon rolls. I'm gonna try this blueberry. Hook me up with it, dude. It's honestly, most of it tastes disgusting, but there's a doctor prescribed right now because I can't freaking see straight. But figure at my age, my size, definitely got to keep an eye on the blood. Oh, this is nasty. Don't taste good at all. There's not a lot of protein stuff that tastes good. If it ain't chocolate, bro, it's hard. 3.8 run total for the Orioles. 2.9 for the Twins. Either that or these like random no-name brands center stuff. They just Pablo Lopez, 23% K rate so far this season, almost 11% swing and strike rate, low barrel rate, high ground ball rate, particularly to righties, but lefties been on the ground at 50+%. Not striking out lefties, allowing some power. Look at this Orioles team. They do have some lefty power. So there is a path to failure. So let's go Pablo 1, Twins 2, Orioles 3. Like the Orioles, when you expect them to go off, they don't. and you can kind of see a lane, but you don't want to pick on the pitcher, they go crazy. Feels like that spot. Need the cannabis for digest. Yo, low key. So you guys know I've never smoked. Okay, one time was the Teddy Long, but it was like a vape, and I did it to shut him up. I've never gotten drunk. I never got high. I had to do that, but I've never necessarily been like, no, I'm not doing weed, because I never had the urge. But I know there's a lot of medicinal benefit. And I deal with a lot of back pain for being a giant pro wrestler. A lot of concrete jungle fights behind me as well. This is a thing, and that helps. Hey man, got to do it. 19% K rate here. Kovic. Go 23. Pablo. Still blurry, but it probably takes a 9% walk. And 25. Check out the outs. Bro, I don't want to take it. This brownie is so bad. Like vomit with a hint of blueberry. Sugar though. 17.5 on the over. Give him 2 points towards a cube. From Kachava. Oh, it's so bad. It's not good. Dude, that's what I tell my mom. I couldn't do what she does. Because if they send me this crap and I'm supposed to film my reaction and sell it, I can't fake this face, bro. This is disgusting. Yeah, I was thinking about investing in like a smoothie bar in my kitchen. I actually don't own a stove, guys. It's weird. When I got the keys to this place, he was like, "Want a fridge and the stove?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do actually. That would be nice." So I show up to get the keys, and I go in the kitchen. There's a fridge and there's a stove. And he goes, "So this stove is actually a gas hookup." I was like, "Oh, okay. Where's the gas hookup?" He's like, "This house doesn't have one." And I thought I like didn't understand. Like maybe I'm just stupid. And I was like, "So it's a gas stove?" Like, yeah. We don't have gas hookup in this house. No. And again, I was like, this isn't. He ribbing me, right? Like this is not real. Like, well, so I can't use the stove. He goes, "No, it's a gas stove." Why did you put it in here? Like, hello? I was like, "Hey man, could you like get rid of this stove?" Like, I don't want this stove I can't use. So they got rid of the stove. So not much cooking going on here, but I did invest in like air fryers, microwaves, all that stuff. Like technically I can go out and buy an electric stove, but I'm not gonna lie to myself, I don't cook that much anyway. But I do have a spacious kitchen because there's no stove. So and I love me some smoothies, and I already got blenders and juicers and all that stuff. So I was thinking about just buying a table, shelving, and make a dedicated smoothie area. You recommended White Sox at the Royals. Sean Burke pitching against Seth Lugo. 5.2 run total for the Royals, 3.5 for the White Sox. Seth Lugo on paper doesn't generate a million strikeouts, but he has gotten you 6+ innings in 4 straight. A couple of decent strikeouts. You know, White Sox is a decent strikeout. So I'm in here. I have arrived. Bear Bell bars are good. The salty. That's crazy. I went on a 5-day water fast ago. I had no issues. Lugo, Royals, not playing Burke. Update the pitch section here. Burke. So this is not common for me to do that. But it could also just be like on the screen time picking up. I must have been awake. I was messing with the weather, messing with the dog. Bam. And I edited 4 hours of wrestling footage last night. So I was staring at the screen for a long time, but that's not abnormal for me. So I don't know. It could be a little bit of everything. We're just checking off the marks, checking off the boxes. Let's go. Lugo. Thank you. Walking left. Oh, shot. I can't get a lefties. Well, the blue points toward best. And let's move on. Get them A-Rod gummy bears. Dude, I started putting some of those shakes and stuff in the fridge, and I looked at one of the expiration dates. Dude, she gave me a whole box of protein shakes that expired in May of last year. I was like, Ma, how freaking long you had these things? And I sent her a picture of these expiration dates, even Gatorades that were over. She's like, I guess a while. Basically handed me this tub and said, "Here, you throw this away." But there's a couple things that's still good. I kept. But there's flavored peanuts, and a lot of it is sriracha and spicy crap. I don't get it. So I don't know. I don't want to drive around downtown a lot. There's a ton of how do I say this respectfully? PC people suffering from homelessness. Would it be kind of insulting for me to just go give them a bunch of peanuts? You know what I mean? But spicy peanuts? I don't know, because I do feel conscious about throwing food out. I also don't want to offend people. Matthew Liberatore, twirling the seams. Cardinals lineup, by the way, is confirmed. Man, we here. Do it. Oh, not great. 3.7 run total for the Pirates. 0.5 for the Cardinals. happened to the logo of the polar bear I used to have? I don't have it. I don't know. Local food bank. New TV series on Gundacker and myself, like, oh, not having a working oven, only microwave blend. Yeah, I've been doing a lot better about ordering food. There's a place called Hawaiian Brothers. I don't know if you guys have it, but they had the plates. It's like rice, Hawaiian barbecue chicken, Honolulu chicken, like stuff like that, and then like a scoop of pepperoni salad. And on it's kind of expensive, but on Uber Eats they have this buy one get one free, and it's been there for like a year. So I'll usually get that and then go pick it up. It'll be like 18, 20. Skeens and Libertor. Interesting matchup in a pitcher-friendly Busch Stadium. I think the matchup for Libertor is a little bit more interesting. It would be kind of crazy to type Libertor above the name Paul Skeens, would it? I feel like it's... feel like it could be. But I do think that the Cardinals are more talented. I'm gonna do that, and you're gonna not judge me, right? You're gonna be like, no, that was Gun's blood sugar. He was off the. Don't worry about it. He didn't mean it. And we'll go that way. Skeens strikeout rate. We're gonna go 25. Or we're gonna go 22.5. Walk rate for Skeen. Libertor. Sure. 17.5. What was the food again? Jesus. Some weird crap. And that's the other thing. It kind of sucks. Like, here's food I don't want. It's peanuts, and it doesn't even taste that good. It was either this or the trash. Look, everybody, I'm helping the less fortunate. Write that down. Write that down. All right, moving over to Coors. The Tigers. Ooh-wee. Carry on, my wayward son. Jackson Job throwing baseballs for the Tigers. Ace Dolander. I have to double check with the Roth report on this one, but even through rain, I feel like we're gonna get too curious with pitching in this. You always kind of look at pitchers against the Rockies, but you add Coors and then you add the fact that the slate offers like Keens and some of the upper echelon guys. So far, I think I like Sale the most. Only's listening. I just got a buzz from it. So, government. Yo, but a 17% K rate. Lander. 2. Walk rate really high. I've 0.6 run total. Rockies 2. Look out, Mr. Roswell. Orange and glad. Colorado is famously patient in rain setups and generally does a good job getting games in. And they may need that patience tonight. Widespread rain through the afternoon and early evening could taper off some. God dang. In the late evening and just lighter showers. Maybe it clears enough to get game in through some sprinkles and showers. Question mark. Let's first see if they. Dude, I feel so dumb right now. Guys, this is just because I can't see. It's not because I can't read. I promise. All right, weather risk off report. Love a Coors weather. Yeah. Tigers top of the interest ranking. Yeah, Papa. I try everything. Some of it sucks. I think that Detroit and Colorado game could be postponed. It definitely could, but we've seen the Rockies play games at like 1 in the morning. This is the first game of that series, though, yeah? Oh, rock. I leave the weather guesses to like Kevin Roth. Tomorrow, or Thursday. You know what I mean? Tigers tomorrow, Tigers. But like, I guess the game that's most likely to postpone if there's severe weather issues would be the game 1. Then you could fit a doubleheader in one of the following days. I'll say they've been patient, but it is the first game of the series, so the window to get a doubleheader in is open as it. Go to a local church or whatever with the box after, especially. Yeah, I mean, she usually keeps it, hoards it, but she was moving. You think that Detroit and yeah, I don't know. It really just comes down to the patience of the people that make those decisions there. Like they could justify every range outcome. Roth usually puts an update closer to. Moving on to. Starting to feel better. Good news. Oh yeah. Oh, we're getting him back. It's been 15 minutes. It usually takes like 15 minutes, right? That's a good sign. It's convenient though. Like when I got Daisy, my foster, a couple weeks ago. Like you can just go to all these random places and ask for samples. So I done got a harness and dog treats and random stuff, and it's all $99. Tyler, the Andersons got tickets to the game? They get tickets. up against Jose Urena, but maybe not. What's that about? Starting pitcher, 68 pitches in 3 innings against the Mets. 5. Yeah, man, his run support, it's there. All right, so this looks like an offense game for me, and this looks like a Blue Jay if I've ever seen. So far, Tyler Anderson's results towards righties seem extremely unsustainable. 33 innings pitched. What is his strength of schedule? St. Louis, Cleveland. Not that crazy. Look at the Blue Jays WSC pluses against lefties. Not as great as you might expect. Of course, Vladdy's up there, Dalton Varsho, and then this Angels bullpen has just been so bad. So if we think that Tyler could get got, and then we turn the ball over to that bullpen much faster than they want, I think it's a prime spot for a Blue Jay stack to do some damage. We're gonna go Blue Jays the top of my interest ranking, and then Urena pitching. It's this Angels team. Now I know they're without Trout. They still got a couple fun clicks. Logan O'Hoppe, Jorge Soler, Taylor Ward, especially guys that if you can neutralize their K rate, all those guys have a 25-30% K rate. Get into that near 200 ISO. That's exactly what Urena is likely to do. If you look past this year's results, which is not great, or the advanced metrics, and lean on the 100+ innings of last year, 15% K rate, elevated whip, walking lefties like crazy, allowing some power. Could be a back and forth spot, and maybe you get some Angels under the radar at their prices. That might help you fit in double studs, the double barrels. Let's go Angels. I'm gonna put Substack, but I don't hate the thought of an Angels stack. Where do I host the lineups as 100% rain? Well, it's definitely raining, right, in Colorado. It's more of a how patient will they be? Urena, Marlin pitcher, yeah. Rain. It's gonna rain, but it's also teams, as we're seeing this season, will play through the rain, especially. I say especially, but how do I put this? Now that the schedule has every team playing every team, and a lot more interleague matchups, such as Tigers and Rockies, there's a lot less make this game up later opportunities, especially on game 3 of a series. Now this is game 1, so I think they can make it up tomorrow or the next day, depending on the weather going forward. As we saw in the Yankees game yesterday against the National League Padres, I wish they would have called it early. But they want to get these games in, and they don't want to mess up the schedule later. So as long as there's no lightning and it's not too torrential, you're gonna see some guys playing in rain, maybe more so than we would have in years past. And I do think there are some nuances, some variables, such as do we play this team again later, so on and so forth. And for these interleague games, probably going to be more likely to try and force some in, 15 minutes, bruh. I go 15 minutes. God dang right. I mean, that includes the 8 minutes of crying, right? I feel like it should. A lot of lineups coming in. I'm definitely feeling better. All right. That K rate for your Tyler Anderson. Great. Go 17 Tyler, that's what the line is. We didn't do. We'll put 15 and 15. And then Urania with 13. We only got 2 more games to chop up. You guys are lurking, watching live, you're wondering what the freak I'm doing. We're just filling out the premium spreadsheet, MLBgrind.com. If you guys want access to the spreadsheet, it's going to spit out when we're done home run projections, pitcher projections, stack ratings, DraftKings, Fanduel, point projections, all that good stuff. But most importantly, F all the projections. You just want an easy way to look at each game, each slate. The index portal of the spreadsheet is the move, bro. Splits that I believe matter the most, and metrics that I believe matter, and really paints a picture of each matchup. Not only like with an advanced metric eye, but also with an expeditious way of doing so, and an easy to read and easy to consume. Green means good, red means bad. So this looks like something that might interest you. MLBgrind.com. Click premium memberships. You'll get a link to the spreadsheet and a link to the premium Discord. Love to have you in there. Tilting faces off. And then when I do, and I might today, when I do fire off a bunch of PrizePicks cards, I post them. But like I said, PrizePicks, you gotta be patient. I'm running a lot of 5, 6 picks, and the goal for me there is to hit 2 out of 20. Yesterday was a $1 profit out of the 20 cards because we hit 4 out of 6 homers. 14 minutes to eat a sandwich after. Yeah. Oh God. Way to brag. The crying is crazy. Matt's in the D-backs. It looks like it could be fun. Saw a bunch of power here yesterday. We saw Corbin Carroll, saw Alonso, we saw Lindor. And the D-backs bullpen has been a bullpen that I like to target as well. So we might get some late night run generation between this D-backs bullpen and the Angels. Might shake things up late. I have been waiting for a lefty to target with this D-backs team. Wish it wasn't David Peterson. He does have a ground ball rate that can kill a stack. But what are you gonna do? We got Zach Gallen throwing baseballs for the D-backs. Run total for the Mets 4.6. D-backs also 4.6. Check out the roof situation. They open. Makes 70 plus degree. Listed. I'll put a link. The fight was. Peterson, a 21% K rate this season, 136 whip. Coming into the season, elevated walk rates to righties, high hard contact rates. The barrel rate's been fine. What's his strength to schedule looking like? Killing me. Just pitched against the D-backs a couple days back. 5 innings there, 13 ground balls, 1 fly ball. That's what kills stacks, man. This ground ball rate. Elevated ground ball rate does lead to more hits, and then you get the team on base, and they can manufacture and steal some base. Gallen, 25% K rate for him. This projected Mets lineup, almost a 22% aggregate K rate since the beginning of last year. So it's a tough matchup for Gallen, who has some blemishes here. 3.8 expected ERA. Could be better, could be worse. 10% barrel rate. Could be better, could be worse. And the fly ball rate to righties is up there, but he's not getting punished for line drive rate is down. So, fly balls lead to more outs. I'm gonna go offense first. Peterson not gonna get much left. Like Josh Naylor, Corbin Carroll, and Carroll's an elite bat, so I expect closer to the 20. And this is gonna be. I don't think I play Peterson. Gallen's intriguing. I don't love the match. Dropped his Jones on him last. Hard to do that 5 days between, but I mean, man, look at this strength of schedule. Chicago twice, the Yankees in Yankee Stadium, Baltimore, Milwaukee, at Citi Field, at Wrigley. All over the place. I do think there's a range of outcomes where he's applicable for tournaments. So how do we do? I think we go Mets 1 because of the bullpens being pretty drastically different. D-backs, Zach Gallen. I'm probably not going to. Peterson. Yeah, I like to see Marte in the lead offer. Yeah, he did. Sometimes that's not a good thing for the second time through 5 days later. But the circumstances are a little different, right? In Chaseville, roof open. But it means the team has super fresh information on how you attack them. Obviously, like, you're aware of this and you don't go with the same paint by number approach. But I don't know. I've always felt like it's advantage hitters to see a team again 5 days later. Right, pitcher again 5 days later. I don't really know. This feels like theoretically. Especially a pitcher that goes deep. Main event tonight, the Athletics hosting the Mariners. You see clearly now. The blood sugar's up. Yeah, I guess that's what it is, man. I don't know. Oh. Sugar checker? I have diabetes. What's going on over here? That was weird. Jeffrey Springs up against Emerson Hancock. Emerson. It's Herbie. Come on. Come on. That somebody get that one. Please. I'm begging you. It's going to be an offensive game here. I'm going to go Mariners. Then Athletics. But you could flip that. Hancock sub 19% K rate, elevated whip, getting tore up from the floor up against righties. 2+ homer per night since the beginning of last year aggregate. Not what you want. And then Jeffrey Springs has surely diminished from last year and even from what we saw on opening day. So he's somebody we can go after. You're not going to strike out this Mariners team. Kind of been talking about it. They good team offense. So going offenses here. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, let's wrap up the projections here, and then we'll go get some confirmed lineups. Yo, shout out the Power for not going out here. Yeah, Heath, if you get something, I'd like to see that too. I guess it would also matter the quality of pitcher. Like, there's been times where I easily shove like an ace. Like, my goodness, the Marlins, when they used to kind of suck, they were in the same division for a while with like Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom, Rosberg, Thor. Like, you had to, you know, you're gonna see them 5 days apart. You just kind of do it. But for the average to slightly above average or even slightly below average, I wonder how those results tend to shake out. Got the Herbie. I was waiting for Jan Hammer, Miami. Wee boy. Wee boy. Come on. That's a classic. Wait, what's the movie you think you watched the most since you were a child? Like, cumulative. Doesn't mean like you sat down and watched it 10 times in a row. But since you were a kid, what's the movie you watched the most? And I haven't watched Tommy Boy in years, but I feel like it could still be the movie I watched the most. Like, there was never a time I was flipping channels, saw it on, and didn't stop. Just effing love that movie. I've since watched Step Brothers a bunch, because anytime I meet somebody that's never seen it, I'm like, okay, well, now we have to watch it. Let's cancel all of our plans. But I haven't done that with Tommy Boy. So like Tommy Boy, Planes, Trains, Automobiles, Dumb and Dumber, all those 90s movies that I loved as a kid. I always worry like if they hold up as well today with these new generation. And I think they do. I don't know. I love them. I quote them subconsciously. I feel like Tommy Boy has a good chance of being the movie I watched the movie. Even count. Some outs. 8.5. Giving Gallon a stretch here. Never Ending Story, Caddyshack, All Run, Blues Brothers. Oh my God, there is a dude. I actually referenced that the other day, reading about a like a 20-car pileup. You know, the ice roads up there in the north. Like, oh my God, what was that? The Blues Brothers? Person I said that next. What do you mean? Hey, we're open. Ooh, some baseball movies. Dude, they've been slacking on giving us good baseball movies. And I don't know who we got to bribe to make that happen, Hollywood. Come on. Needs to happen. It's been too long. And like, when they were giving us those baseball movies, man, they were so good. Like, you can't, there's hardly any baseball movies you call back to. I'm like, no, that movie sucked. Like, I'll watch Field of Dreams. I'll freaking watch Major League, Old Durham. Even the Mr. 3000, that weird movie with Bernie Mac, I like that. Maybe I just love baseball and it doesn't matter. Dude, there was this random show on Fox And I didn't watch it when it first came out. I watched it on like Hulu. I think it was called Pitch, and it was about a girl pitcher making it to the major leagues. And I liked it because she sucked. Like, it wasn't like she went to the major leagues and became Cy Young. She was like a day 5 starter and really, really sucked and got beat up. But it was just about her making it. That was like a good, cute little show that I enjoyed. But get us some more baseball movies, Hollywood. Super Troopers is a good. Everything on USA up all night. Fast Times at Ridgemont. Start writing some of these down. Those movies alive. All right, so we unlocked the main pitcher projection tab, the main stack rating. We gotta import some live home run odds, and then we'll get the bomb detector open for the Vipers. Natural was a spy is really good. Natural. What about the kid that went to, right? Even the Goofy. In the wrong. A doy. Me more baseball movies. Hollywood. Let's open up the bomb detector. Value. Not a ton of 5s today. Connie, Judgy, Carey. We don't get to a value click until Ernie Clement. There's a name. In almost a 400 point mismatch versus what the spreadsheet puts his odds and what you get right now on Fan. What about Ernie comes in with 4 plus ice, facing bullpen. Interesting. We do like him against lefties here. Miles Straw has a 4+ with a insane misprice. That about? I guess the same matchup, huh? I think it's because this bullpen, dude. This Angels bullpen has like a 2 cumulative home run per 9, and like it's not coded to weight that super heavily, but it has to consider it, especially if the starter's only going 5 innings. You can really chip in a chair, but you got to make sure these guys are in the line. Certainly, Dave's Straw, Clement. Maybe don't place. That's the last. Dude, if they brought in, got 2 lefties. Reed Detmers, big contact lefty. Burt. We'd rather see Detmers. Bullpen is. Moneyball, yeah, Moneyball is pretty good. Moneyball is probably the most boring movie when you think about it versus what actually keeps my attention. Like, I will watch that movie. I show all my friends. That's what I do. I'm basically Moneyball on YouTube. Eight Men? Eight Men. I don't know if I know that one, y'all. 8-man. 8 men out. Oh, about the Black Sox? Dude, I don't think I've watched this.
What did you bring?
I'm not gonna watch the whole trailer here. It came out the year I was born. I've seen Pride of the Yankees. That was kind of cool. That's Charlie Sheen. Dude, they used to just spit out baseball movies. Come on, y'all. The 19. Considered by many. Dude, I might have to check that out. I need a video editing. Put it on my side screen. All right. So we got the home run projections up, pitcher projections, stack ratings. Get the DFS projections. Then we'll get the we'll get some confirmed lineups in. Yeah. Make sure the pitch report's good too, dude. Yesterday I had some sales hidden. Oh boy, Rob. If anybody's checking the pitch report, it's freaking Rob, dude. Rob's out there. Not missing no pitch report. Check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out, man. That looks like a movie. Like last night, I edited a lot of video. It's like a movie I can watch while editing video. All right, let's get. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, they used to have these baseball movies so often. They don't. Maybe, I don't know. But like, this baseball movies are so classic. There's even a movie like I don't love. What's the big one everyone loves except me apparently? The Sandlot. Like I watched it. It was all right, but I like the adult base. But like even that movie, people are like, yeah, that was a great movie. It's a classic. But instead, we need Spider-Man 8. Red Sox lineups confirmed as well. And Campbell back in Cleveland. And turn it and throw the rest of his take out. Yankees lineup came out. Trent Grisham, Ben Rice. Uh-oh. Rosy's batting third. That all a boot. Oh, dude, they are slamming the lefties. You have two righties in the. I didn't think a day like this would ever come. Years back, I used to pray for times like this. No Goldie today. Dominguez DHing. Good job. Dominguez is. Here, what up, Ayo? League of Their Own, yep, that's a good one. Oh boy, Tom Hanks, dude. That's why we say Tom Hanks is freaking range is nuts. You get bad headaches during your fast? For me, they were awful, dude. Not really headaches. I was hungry, day 2, and then I was groggy, just like fog brained. Man, after like 4 days, dude, I was like, yo. So like today is kind of weird. Like I can go days without eating, but then today, the original, not that blasphemy. Bad News Bears. I didn't mind the remake, but again, you know, a baseball movie. The remake was what, David Spade? No, not David Spade. It was Rob Schneider, yeah. Like I didn't mind that. But yeah, I mean, it's not like a cinematic masterpiece. Just fun. I don't know. I just love baseball, I guess. Baseball movie night in the Discord. Who says no? Get the Rays lineup. No Caminero. And this is what I was talking about with Brian Cash. Not Kevin Cash. Jesus. I got Brian Cashman on the brain. Kevin Cash. No, Junior Caminero is in the line. 6. They like to go super platoony. I know what we got here against Zach Wheeler, but that's not a problem necessarily. 2 righties. Wheeler's striking out lefties at a 30% clip anyway. 2.3% aggregate K rate. That lineup. Let's go Reds. This lineup. Tyler Stevenson batting cleanup. Now the water fast though, that's pretty interesting. A good little reset. And then when you go through the pain and whatever, then you're a little bit more honest with yourself on the on not going straight to the junk food. Like, man, we just hit all that to reset, so fuel all before we get some pizza. But I'd like to get some matches again, wrestling wise, by like August, September. I gotta really ramp up and being healthy and cardio and all that crap. Hired sign up is up. I'm trying to come up with a schedule that can make everybody happy and also accomplish what I need to accomplish. Thinking probably going to involve day streams every day. This might come at the expense of like a random early play get ignored, but maybe not, because I don't know, we seem to be all right. It's not like we're doing a formal stream, polished, commercialized, this you guys seem to be cool just chilling while we research. So it ain't got to be perfect, right? We don't have to be Walmart. We could be the mom and pop shop stream. But logistically, if I want to do that, that'll give me like nights to go hit the gym. Plus Texas, daytime in Texas is, you don't want to be out. You don't want to be out. So it just all kind of works out. So a lot of stuff is pointing to us doing day streams a lot more often. And I know that's not going to make everyone happy, but it might be the greater good. That dude that banged Tomb Raider chick before Brad. Yeah, it's not even a health thing, Jay. It's I got like 50 billion things going on. And I just need to saddle up a schedule so I can have something a little bit more consistent to stick to. Like all right, so informal is the appeal. I think so, right? Playing music, researching, talking about movies, and we're getting stuff done, right? Everything that we needed done. We got the home run projections. Everything's up. I missed it. That's our All right. With that said, tomorrow look at get on. The weekends is where it's gonna get a little fuzzy, like Friday and Saturday. But Friday, more so Saturday. Friday we could absolutely do day stream, no problem. Saturdays and Sundays do sometimes cut into wrestling stuff. But look, Thursday. So like Thursday is an example of what do we do for a day like this. I've been going live at 1 my time in the daytime. But I mean, it could also just be we can't stream every day. If I went live for a 4-gamer, whatever, then Friday you can absolutely cover. Saturday looks like I could still go live at 1. We'd have to get through the early. In an hour. Wouldn't be crazy. Sunday we can't. Sunday is a slate every Sunday. And I know Sundays are like a lesser covered day anyway, so I would really like to keep Sunday oh. That seems to be the hardest right now in my schedule. Consistently giving something for Sunday when Saturday night's pretty busy for me in real life. That's one that I'm gonna have to figure it out, hopefully. And if I went live before the slate started, so everyone else is live. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if that's a why. I don't know. One has a life, dude. I a blessing and a curse, I'll tell you that. All right, did Mr. Roth update anything? All right, we're all set up so far for the MLB Grind Premium spreadsheet. Gonna keep it tight as we get closer to lock. I'm gonna go find some PrizePicks cards possibly to run. I'll drop all those in the Discord as well. If you guys want to come hang out, MLBgrind.com. The market will provide. Yeah, it'll be out there. That just might be it. Maybe if we're only a 5-stream a week program, then it is what it is. I still have the coverage all the time, but twitter.com/Gundacker. Got anything else for me? I appreciate you guys. It's been a weird stream. I got a tornado watch still active here for another hour. Otherwise, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. You guys want to do it again tomorrow at 1? 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. It would. I don't know. This is what I'm saying. Definitely would give us plenty of coverage for the. Probably have this run. Play it. Thoughts on Varsho? Did I have him in the projected? Yeah, I think he's fine. Tyler Anderson actually has reverse splits, especially with power allowed, and it's over a couple years sample size. Varsho hits lefties just fine. I think that's a really fun click, actually. Yeah, Max, it's like they gave us all those baseball movies. They were all bangers. Then they just stopped. I wonder if there was like one baseball movie that failed, or it's just like football and basketball took over. Like, yeah, we don't need to make. All right, I'll do some thinking on this schedule. I think what I'm gonna do. This sounds psycho. I'm just gonna let AI do it. I'm gonna tell AI all the things I got going on in my life, what I need to do, where I need to be, make it work, and it'll spit out a schedule for me. My favorite sports movie? Man. I mean, there's some banger football movies too. Don't get me wrong. You don't really see a lot of good basketball movies. But now that I think about it, I don't think we haven't had many banger sports movies in a while. But like, you think of Gridiron Gang. You can't consider that a sports movie with The Rock. You think of Any Given Sunday. That was crazy. Freaking The Longest Yard. What a classic. What an absolute classic. We don't get movies like that anymore. Rookie of the Year, that was a good one. Yeah. Yeah, Any Given Sunday, yeah. Some bangers, dude. Friday Night Lights. Guys, you guys ever seen that TV show Friday Night Lights? I was in that show, quote unquote. I don't know if I've ever told. Oh, Remember the Titans, dude. That'll shape a childhood right there, dude. Yeah, there was a show on NBC called Friday Night Lights, and when I was like 18 or 19, they needed football players. So I never actually watched the episode or any episode, but they brought me to Old Texas Stadium. This is before there was the Jerry World. This was the week after Tony Romo, backup quarterback, fumbled a field goal snap against the Seahawks. And I was a big Giants fan. I was an idiot youngster that hated the Cowboys. So I was in Cowboy Stadium, in their locker rooms, on their field, not like making fun of them. And now looking back at it, that was kind of a douche move. But this was before like iPhones and all that. And I remember I was like, hey, I'm in freaking Texas Stadium. Let me see if I can go grab this selfie. I walked out into the middle of Texas Cowboy Field, and with my little Nokia flip phone, tried to take a selfie on the star. Didn't really come out that well. And then as I'm doing it, these directors start yelling at me, dude. The NBC people, get off the field. Like, I mean, they were mad. And I got the picture, but the picture looks like you really have no idea that I'm Texas Stadium. It wasn't that good of a picture, but it's kind of a fun. I don't think I've ever told that. I know I've mentioned I've been on Friday Night Live. I didn't mention I got yelled at by the directors for being. I guess they were trying to do some wide shot. I was out there like an idiot. Selfies. Trying to find. Long time ago. Long time ago. All right. Lopez for min pitcher. What's up, Quinn? Play Billy Bob from Varsity Blues, maybe. The original Longest Yard. I think I've watched it once, but I didn't. Lopez for Minnesota pitcher. Okay. He's like he projects fine, doesn't walk. Orioles are meh, right? A lot of Ks in the bottom half of that projected lineup. But his weaknesses, power to lefties, elevated average to lefties, is I believe in line with the Orioles' strengths. That's Cedric Mullins, Gunnar Henderson, O'Hearn, all those guys. So in the pitcher projections, Pablo came out top 5 on Fanduel, and on DraftKings he came out top 3. So I think he's fine pre-flop, but I'm hesitant to fall in love with it. All right, let me get out of here, y'all. I'm over here rambling for no reason. Appreciate y'all. It's been a fun one, weird one. Tell somebody you love them. Love you guys. Good luck. God bless. Go win some money.